church dating or Christian dating?
Don't fight.
I will fight, but finally I will get here.
Marriage the squeeze, most tukiona vijana wa church as the last. Tunatoka tunaenda.
We are talking about sensitive matters.
Yes. Sex in church is so much. So much.
Principles will guide you home.
Wow. I want you to turn to your neighbor and tell them it is good you came. Nataka tuwe na praises kidogo. I want us now to get into some discussions. But first of all, I want to appreciate all of you for finding time tonight. That's a great effort. I feel honored to have you guys here. And I want to believe that we are going to get something tonight. We are going to learn from each other. I'm not preaching. So as in, I'm not talking, yani si mimi nitaongea tu peke yangu. I want us to get each and every one of us talking out, sharing your thought, sharing your idea, and then at the end of it, tutakuwa tuna sharpen each other. All right. The first question is, there is this issue about dating as a believer in church dating or Christian dating. But I'd like to understand first of all, nataka tujiulize, what is the difference between a Christian dating or a dating in church and dating outside the church? Wacha tuanze hapo.
There's a difference between dating in a Christian setup.
Yes.
I'm a born again. Let me use born again because most of us are Christians, but some of us have not accepted Christ, and others have accepted Christ
Yes.
as their savior. That is what that distinguish. So dating, as for me, I've dated both as a born again
Yes.
and an unborn again.
Yes.
Because I got born again like around maybe 6-7 years ago or less. So na hiyo siku sikuwa mtoto, I was still old enough. So there are things in a Christian setup, okay, in a born again setup, that we are not, they are lines we are not supposed to cross. Cross kane do oyo. Yani you are an error, forgive me if you do not carry these people who are past.
It's well.
Kuna hizo mipaka ambazo kama Wakristo, kama ambao tumeokoka, tumekubali Kristo, hatufai kufika. Something that holding hands does not set signals.
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
Something that hugging is okay. Something kissing and not going beyond that is okay. Something doing everything but not having sex is okay. So when you look at it, vile Christ angetaka tuishi, I think those are the things that we should really avoid. Anything that drives your mind to something different is something you should avoid. If, for example, me, I know of people who dated for 3 years, they never hugged, they never kissed, and they got married in a holy wedding.
Yes.
Na kuna watu wanaamini we can hug, we can cuddle, we can sleep in one bed, but we do not have sex.
Yes.
They think that one is Christian dating. I'm a born again dating. But as per what I understand, what I learned later, things that zinafanya your mind your body think the next level. Things that you're not supposed to do if you're dating in a Christian setup. I'm a born again setup. That is my thought.
Yes. Let us appreciate her. All right. I hope you got that. Thank you, Phyllis, for sharing that. Can we have more consent on that? We are looking at the difference between Christian dating and not Christian. Let me call it believers dating, born again dating, and non-believers dating. Let us call it like that. Wacha nisikie more differences about this. Na kama umewahi kuwa na experience, share with us. Like Phyllis amesema, akona both experiences. Although hajaenda deep atuambie ili a non-believer ilikuwaje.
It's obvious it's the opposite of the believer.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't need to detail it.
Okay.
But of course you can understand some of these things.
Yes.
Back then you believe even sleepovers are okay.
Yes.
At your boyfriend's place or your girlfriend's place.
Yes.
You believe that you can kiss, you can cuddle, you can do all the romance thing and all that.
Yes.
As long as you don't do it, as long as you do it, that one haina ile mipaka. But once I love what Jesus did. That I died on the cross. Once you accept Him, everything is forgiven. Whether you judge me or not,
Yes.
I was forgiven.
Yes.
Here I am,
Yes.
preaching Jesus.
Amen.
So I believe kuna hizo mipaka. We cross them voluntary. Life is a choice.
Yes.
Hata saizi when tumeokoka, it's a choice to say we are going to stay pure. We were there, we came to Christ. He forgave us, He accepted us. We make choices.
Yes.
I chose to be here. I mean, I was telling somebody, love is no longer a feeling, it's a choice.
Oh yeah, sure.
I choose who I want to love.
Yes.
Because in a story, he the other two was apart. If you look at our parents, like right now, the kind of relationship they have with their partners,
yes,
it's something we can never achieve. Hata tukuwa ndani ya Yesu, we cannot. Because says we enter in relationship having option A, B, C, and D. Mimi najua vina kinikata D yuko.
Yeah.
I mean, I can date D and Bonnie at the same time. Wait, no rago rakaha wakaija. I mean, who is buying more coffee and who is not?
Yes.
Hiyo ni kuwa na mentality ya world.
Yes.
But like Anne said, and Ricardo na kuda utakini wamekatiwa hawasemi yes. Why? Because they want to hear the voice of the Lord. allowed.
Yes.
The problem is people in the world is wakati wetu kunywa na eggs mbili kama nafikiria mtu mwingine, you see.
Yeah.
But once umejua you stand with Christ, then Christ becomes your priority.
Yes.
Serving God becomes your priority. You decide wacha Bwana akupate ukiserve God. Wacha huyu wife akupate ukiserve God.
Yes.
So that is what I mean. Yes.
Good. Wow.
I talked
We got it.
Thank you so much once again, thank you. Now, can we hear more of this? Let us hear more of this. Kama uko na experience una share. Unajua experience hiyo tunashikanga sana.
I was thinking this. What if I think in this dimension? I say, okay, this is according to me.
Yes.
Not to me, my dimension of thinking. Yeah, not really me.
Yes.
I think there's no Christian or believer dating
Yes.
and profound dating. According to me, I think it's according to principles that you set.
Yes.
Kwa sababu nimemeet watu wako church and they believe hakuna sin to have sex. Na watakuja na waongeze praises, worship,
Yes.
and they do all those things. So I think it's a principle that you set and you say, because I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, I will not do this. Kitu kama hiyo. And then kuna mtu akaniuliza, do you think it's right kumarry, to have a wedding kama uja have body test? Just to understand body
Yes.
test.
Yes.
The reason why he asked the same question, because aliniuliza, what if you marry and then upate hakuna breaks after kumarry, and this umeenda pale church mbele umetiko na umemarry and then you found sex. So wao wana believe
Yes.
wako kwa church hata kunishinda hata niseme hata and they believe that lazima have body test.
Yes.
And then are married. So
Okay.
I think to me, now to me, it's
Yes.
according to principles that you
Yes.
set.
Okay.
I remember in my life experience now, when I was young, I'm average. Okay, those days then,
Yes.
I used to do this. Naturally, zimenisaidia for long, up to where I am. I used to have rules, my own rules. Zangu na nilikuwa na like 5 of them.
Can you share? Share.
Let me share first and the last.
Okay.
First, observe the following rules.
Okay.
Last, obvious. So kuna hizo rules niliset, nikasema I will not have sex, I will not do this, I will not do this till nifike mahali panafaa.
Yes.
Those are principles, life principles.
Yes.
Because when you do sex or when you marry, that is a life decision, according to me.
Yes.
And once you have sex, you may change, like it's like you may interfere. Now, we say our bodies is a temple of Holy Spirit.
Yes.
So, you may interfere na vitu vingi sana in your life. So you should have principles.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. It was appreciating. It is getting better. It is getting sweeter. Let us hear some more information, some more experiences.
What I would say,
Yes.
personally,
Yes.
I don't know if it's nowhere to do with personal experience. This is what I say. That out of church dating,
Yes.
your conscience is not life. In this manner, that when you're, and let's not just say church dating, just
Yes.
say a believer, because you can be in church but you're not a believer. For a believer, our conscience are alive, very, very live, such that there are do's that makes you feel guilty. There are things you can do as a person, you get guilty even before God, inasimama like a barrier between you and God. And just in a nutshell or in a layman language, any believer who feels that this relationship becomes a barrier between me and God, that's a no-go zone. This, if I have sex, do whatever Stacy was analyzing, even if it's a choice, or it is not a choice, okay, how does it make your when you get to pray, do you feel guilty? Do you feel like you are judged, you are condemned? You know, there are things we can do and they bring condemnation to us. And that's to realize that your conscience or your soul is alive. It's when you do something probably that is contrary to the will of God and it gives you guilty. That's when you realize, by the way, niko uhai na kuna kitu God ananiambia, no to this, yes to this. Because trust you me, there are things you can do na huna guilt. Hata wakati you're telling God about your relationship, hauna issues. Like you can even pray before you do whatever you're about to do, you know, if you feel pure. The only mistake is whereby you want God in your education, you want God in your healing, you want God in your money, you want God to give you a job. But when it comes to your relationship, Daddy, you know what? Let me sort this for a minute. And not in every setup. It's be wako akikuwa mgonjwa ama akose kitu, munaomba God ana provide. But when it comes to you getting intimacy, something that you truly know as a believer, as a minister, maybe you are a worshiper, maybe you are an intercessor, a keyboardist, musician, artist, unajua kabisa itakupea guilt, but you do that. So with time, the more you continue ignoring guilt, it takes you to something that we call repetitive sin. So inafika mahali unakuwa like unajicomfort like it's not wrong because you no longer feel guilt. At the end of the day, you are conscious of that line.
Yes.
Really died. So me, what I think is about how does it relate with me and God. Kama haitakuwa a block between me and relationship with God, then it's okay. If not, it will give me guilt. Then it's a no-go zone for God.
Okay, thank you. Let us appreciate him. Let us continue hearing more. Yes, come again.
So this is notion about church men.
Yes.
And I have a set of groups that we kind of talk about these things.
Yes.
And these church men, like we're saying, they are believers and they are church goers. And unaweza ona, me in a church, you think I'm born again. But I'm just going to church because it's on a Sunday and I'm free. So this is thing like the church girls, how they become prey to these men.
Yes.
These men come in the word that Mungu alinionyesha, Mungu aliniambia, and maybe this is a very young person in the salvation,
Yes.
and before you know it, you're already in this relationship.
Yes.
Kidogo mumeachana. Why? Because they use the in tongues. I don't know if they are true tongues or not. I don't want to judge. These are the kind of people wanna be these young girls, this young generation.
Yes.
Msichana amekuwa like I have a friend of mine got married in 2016 November.
Yes.
By 2016 December, they got married on a Saturday. Got married Nairobi Sunday. On Monday they went for their honeymoon in Mombasa. On Wednesday kila mtu alikuja peke yake. Different bags, different matatus, different everything from Mombasa to Nairobi. Why? This girl prayed for God. Akaambia Mungu, God, I need a husband. What happened?
Yes.
Even if when you listen to this girl talk, because they separated, the lady has a kid, but they separated like kabisa. This man was a Sunday school teacher, a youth leader, and kwanza kanisa mzuri sana PBB. So this girl was in church praying for a husband, asking God, Mungu, naomba a husband. What she came to realize is that when God brought this man to her, she did not pray.
Okay.
Venye wanasema wako kwa magoti. By the way, I'm so happy for such things at this forum. You see, huyu msichana saizi, she's a single mother.
Yes.
Out of what? She followed a man in church. Like venye Kangede anasema, kuna watu wako kwa kanisa wanaamini we must do road test. If you refuse, wanaharakisha. Like msichana anasemanga aliharakishwa sana. Now when she realized there was something, there was trouble, she tried talking to people who advice. Mwenye alikuwa amewashikinia, let me not mention names, akawaambia ni pressure huyu kijana ako nazo za harusi, because he was acting off anyway. Mimi namwambia point na, had you come to me ningekwambia usoro na huyu kijana, because that man is a playboy mtaani. When alikuwa anapanga harusi, he was sleeping like with everyone in our area. After ameoa, the ex got married too, but they were still sleeping together. You see, but nini umselera nini a church guy. So sometimes we want to date in our churches. We want to go for gospel, to go CFF, to go deliverance. We want to do these things, but unapata the kind of men wako kwa church, about the kind of things you've heard from men wa kanisa, it becomes tricky.
Yes.
Because as much as we want to sometimes history ya love ni watu wengi atusikizangi voice ya God. We tend to unafikiri yangu ulisikia na niyo subconscious ilikuwa inakuongelesha. You thought about this, lakini nimeshinda nikifikiria nani nitafikiria sasa. Nimefikiria. So at night I'll pray and think that God aliniongelesha towards this direction.
Yes.
So me, I tell people, and I tell most girls, hawa vijana wa kanisa akikuapproach usimkatae, but be very very careful. These are the kind of men wanakuambia twende hiyo road test.
Yes.
Afu unaona ni mtu wa kanisa, unaona yeye kama mtu wa kanisa ananiambia pengine si dhambi, you know. So me, I keep telling girls, dating ya kanisa na dating ya nje, saizi iko na very very
minimal,
like a thin line.
Yes.
Yenye inaweza anguka anywhere.
Yes.
So we might say that kuna watu wako world wana date na they are pure, they keeping it pure. There are people in the church that they are doing worse than the people in the world. So me tell people, mostly girls, young girls, because I believe I could be older than most of you, kindly before useme yes, can you pray? No, ukishindwa, can you ask somebody for some, because we all have married people ama some people with good relationship but tunawajua vizuri. Can we try and talk to them so that we can get the right information and the right guidance? Right. Rest we fall prey to this speaking in tongue kind of men. Watatukura na watuache. And then tuseme Yesu alitumia.
All right, let us appreciate. I want to go. Good.
I'm thinking, let me say that I'm thinking, but it's not out of experience. There is a difference between Christian dating and believer dating. The reason being, let me start with the Christian dating.
Yes.
Wakati sisi tulipokuwa tukikua, kwa tunajua kwamba kuna vitu yani hamfai kufanya ukiwa church.
Yeah.
So, but hii ni dating, si ati tukua tutoto. So inasema nikiwa nini time ya dating.
Yes.
So there is something that you are not supposed to do. Like that one of yani tumekuwa tukijua sex before marriage is sin. That is for the side of Christian dating. Then we are non-believers. Sasa nini ya Bonina igiria hapo road test.
Yes.
So hiyo sasa wao wanaamini hivyo. Si ndio kitu Bonina alisema hiyo ya non-believer. By the way, hata mimi I have one guy.
Yes.
Alikuwa anasema unaweza oa mtu aje amjuani. oti muoane then mkute ampati watoto tabrim nani hamjuani. So unaona still that is a big challenge.
Yes.
Sisi pia tuna challenge huko, but tunafaa sisi kujua hatuko side yao. So mimi nilikuwa nasema side ya Christian na non-believer, I see there is a big difference, of which sisi kama hata Christian dating ndivyo wanafanya kama kuna wanaamini hivyo. Si hawa, but nasema the one that calls him or her a Christian, sijui kama wanafanyaka hivyo, but mimi naona there is a difference, but sijui kama watu wanafanyaka wana practice hiyo.
Okay.
Yes.
Appreciating. Good. Sabu tu kabla tu kapita.
As for me, the difference is when it comes to Christian dating, is like the both of you, nyi wote mna putting God first, you know, like okay, yes, you're dating, but you're not like the main aim is Christ. Yeah, as to which when it comes to the other side, are dating it to a date. They date because of people say they're dating, people say that are having sex, people say don't want to be single, like who are left out. So when it comes to Christian, you focus on Jesus, like the cross, because at the moment the two of you like focus on one thing, it's gonna be easy. Because for me, I learned, I've heard about WWJD, like what would Jesus do? If you're in any situation, you can ask yourself, what would Jesus do if he was in that situation? That's the difference, as to me.
Let us appreciate her. Thank you. Yes, we have Peter.
I think when it comes to dating, I think I'm one of that people that I take it by the way, I take it more serious.
Yes.
Very serious, by the way. I can't get into it because I looked at you and I saw you are good. Kafiga kako sawa ama una kafiti. No. That's okay. To me, it is not a reason. So the difference comes in a believer and an unbeliever is here. To me, as a believer and a born again Christian, is that I have principles and values. That is what guides me. Number two, you find like when you are dating a Christian, first thing to me is if at all we are doing it, why are we doing it? And where are we going? I have a lot of friends, clients and friends, and mtu anaweza niuliza aje, Peter, by the way, are you dating or do you have someone? Namwambia yes or no. Anasema by the way, na unangoja nini? Chukua mtu weke kwa nyumba. Peter, hii live itaki mambo mob. Chukua mtu weke. The big difference is this, as a Christian, as kama Mkristo, ni lazima uweke mipaka zako. Ujue ya kwamba mimi na Ricardo we are dating. Where are we going? Why are we dating? You know, and number two, sometimes tunaongopanga sana by the kubreak relationship kwa sababu tumeokoka sisi wote. You are like, nikiacha huyu ndugu ataenda akinitangaza. No, that should not. Ukiona mwendi ni sawa, wacha aende. Kwa sababu utaenda ukijikwamilisha pale, ndio sasa utapata unafanya 1 2 3 because una try to save. That Christian unajaribu kuisave. Unaona? Lakini kuna mtu mwingine pale, ule mwenye ako pale nje, yeye hata afikiriangi yeye anachukonga tu anaika kwa nyumba na anaendelea. So that is the difference. Okay. Number 2. Number 2. Yes. I want to talk about the men wenye wako church. Like us wenye tunaimba. By the way, mimi naimba wale hawajui. Mwimbisi. Unaona, basi you are pastor and you can relate this. Wale ambao tunasimama pale mbele, we don't stand there kwa sababu tuko holy. That is number 1. Number 2, we stand there because it's a privilege. God amekupea tu hiyo chance to simama. You don't know tomorrow you'll be there. So I can be there speaking in tongues and wewe umekuja unapita. Oh, I like that guy. The way ananini. Na the time tutakuja tuanze kuongea na wewe, you are expecting nitupe mstari. Wewe uliniona na mimi sikukuona. So that is the different. Wakati nitakuja maybe nipitie somewhere, then it will be another story. So number one is let's the ladies wenye tuko church na wanaume wenye tuko church to see expect a lot unless that man makes the intentions clear. If lady hajakwambia mbele unajua nakwanga nimekufia. Don't conclude things. That's why tunaongea in tongues hapa you think like sorry umekuja
in that connection. Tupewe jibu moja. One, not everyone are like that, probably vile Stacy alisema, si ndio? Wenye wameokoka. Number 2, yawezekana wako. Sasa tuambiwe, if a guy comes, he's born again like Peter and tells you maybe muna date, at the end of the day will be mine, can we do this? The road test. See, that's because they use the word like, see, at the end of the day when you are like right now you are engaged, see, at the end of the day tutawana, maybe atamsha date. What is our remedy as ladies? But they can you put nakedness, everything here on the table. Wacha Peter, wacha nikwambie, wacha sugarcoat.
Don't fight.
I would fight, but finally I will get here. Wacha sugarcoat, like I spotted you. We are also ladies. We can spot a guy and get attracted. Si ni ukweli? Na tutakuja kwa another question inauliza, can a lady approach a guy? Si ndio? But if that happens, please don't treat us as if we don't have hearts.
But you know
and on the contrary, if I
want to answer this one,
if I can't tell you we do it before marriage.
Unaweza toka pale nje bwagi yako kuja medicine nani anaongea
But you know the thing is we are talking about sensitive matters here. Yes. By the way, ikifika tu hapo by the now tunava to reason kama watu wakubwa hapa. Kwa sababu I cannot tell you we do it. Kama hatukuwa na conversation ilitoka hapa ikafika mpaka hapa. We started somewhere. That is why we concluded we are going to try it.
We are dating.
No, tucha date tuna date. Now you are here, we want to do the road test. We started somewhere, talking. Then ikafika mahali, should we do it?
Yes or no?
Pastor.
So, boys and love ikuwa peke yake.
Okay.
If we did it together. Excuse me.
When the prostitute was brought to me.
And Pasi was saying this.
Wait, Peter, are you speaking as a human being or as someone who sits in heaven and comes here in
No, naongea kama binadamu sasa.
Unaongea kama mtu analanga
To be honest. Yes. To be very, very honest. Who should start stronger than the other in a dating life?
A woman.
See, ni the lady.
Yes.
Ni the lady.
Yes.
The lady, yeah.
Should start very strong.
Very strong.
Tell this man no.
No.
Yes.
Munaulizanga ya nini?
Hata before nikuje Peter aiulize. Na nitaripiti niseme hivi, wala wanaume wako hapa tunajua hivi. Hakuna venye utaanza kuinitiate kama tujeiongelelea hiyo topic. Maybe kuna siku tuliongelea tukaiacha pendi. Nimemaliza.
I was saying this. Naona vile tunasema ama tunaongea, it's like tuliokoka tukaenda mbinguni. Yet tuko duniani.
Yes.
Tuliokoka ili tuende wakati ukifika hatujaenda. So I will say the fact remains, principles will guide you home. Kwa sababu ndio maana nilianza na kusema kwangu there's no difference between Christian dating ama believer dating na watu wengine dating ya watu wengine. Hadi kwa repercussions hakuna tofauti. Hakuna tofauti mahali. Ukiangalia the way tunachukulia the way tunaichukulia sisi, it's like tumeokoka sana. Hatujaokoka sana. Kila mtu ako na weaknesses zake.
Yes.
Na it can get anyone.
Yes.
Hadi pastor.
Yes.
Na anasimamishwa na bishop.
Yes.
So the fact remains, principles will guide you.
Good. Thank you for that. Appreciate all of them. Now, I want to say something before I ask the next question. This issue ambayo Charona jaribu kuongea hapa, or everyone is talking about, whether you are a believer or not. Now, but you get yourself into sexual activity. It did not begin where you met. It began in your mind. Nilikutana huyu mtu kasema na huyu. You never told anyone, na hata hukumwambia, but you got sexual thought in your mind. Na yeye in one way or the other hata ikamji. You never even discuss this on the phone. Hata mjai talk about it. But wewe unaenda kivyako, na yeye anaenda kivyake, and a sexual thought comes in your mind. Angalia nikikuwa na huyu, inaweza kuwa aje. Those thoughts start growing. So wakati mtakutana, it becomes so easy, and you do it in an easy way. You wonder how did it happen. But if you go back, it began somewhere in your mind. Hata kama hukuambia mtu. Sex in church is so much. So much. Yet those people who are engaged in it, they never even have a time to discuss about it. Hawajai hata wakaongea about sex. But it is happening so much. Why? Because unakaa unaangalia msee unasema nani anakuaga fit. Ukisema tu fit hivi, evil thoughts start zinaanza kukuingia.
Why do we call sex evil?
It is called like that in the Bible. It is evil.
Is it really evil? I mean, would you say it's evil?
When you do it in the wrong time.
Ungesema hivi. Unataka nikuulize, are you sure it is evil, Simon?
Ask pastor, no.
It's not. It was created by God, by the way. But when you do it at the wrong time, it is evil. Evil because it comes from the enemy. Because there is no way God will give you sexual thoughts.
Pasi, let's talk about sex. When we find ourselves, ama wakati tunafanya sex, I think tulikosea when we were starting the relationship. Hapo ndio tulikosea. We never talked about it. Actually, me huwa ndo nasema ni mimi sasa. Like we never sat down, like you know what we also now I'm guys straight here. As in we never talked about it. Hatukusema, do you know what, we are not maybe going to do it, or we are going to do it. I think Pastor tell us, is it good wakati pia tunapanga tutakuwa na watoto wawili tuseme pia hata sex hatutafanya before marriage?
But Peter, do you know you don't need to be in a relationship to have sex?
But sasa nitakwambia na kufeel, utanijibu na kufeel pia.
That is not a relationship. People have Simon. Oh, sorry, Pastor Simon.
Yes.
It's true. People have sex, but they are not in a relationship.
They are not dating. One time nilikuwa kwa forum ya teenagers. Nikauliza this question. We were talking about, is it good to have a relationship while you are a teenager? And I was trying to show them how bad it is. Na nikauliza hii swali. For example, we have two people here. One guy ametembelewa na yule msichana wana date. Na mwingine ametembelewa na msichana tu a friend. Who are most likely to have sexual sin? And they told me the one who is just a friend.
Yes. Very likely. There is nothing that bonds you together.
I
Tukimaliza hii story, we are gone.
Tunachania hapa.
That is what they think.
So, the reason why we are discussing the issue about sex, has become so rampant in church. And sometimes when we find ourselves in it, we don't know how to get out of it. We end up pretending that we are okay while we are not okay. Na kwa sababu ya kupretend, tunaendelea kuserve, na we are portraying a bad example. Na tunasema, na in fact, wakati mwingine even when you are serving, the guilty na kukula wewe mwenyewe. But in front of people you look very innocent. So these are an issue that we need to table it so that we can get solution. Okay? Yeah, we need to handle these things. Hizi vitu lazima tuzimulike, by the way, so that at least nilikuwa najiuliza, if this is a kind of a church that we are in, what about the church that is coming, the next generation, itakuwa aje? What kind of a church will it be? So, and biblically, when there is an issue inafaa kumulikwa vile iko, no matter the repercussions, inafaa imulikwe vile iko, and then you get a solution and out of it. One thing I like about life is that life is full of mistakes. Whether you like it or not,
Sure.
whether you're prayerful or not, whether you're fasting or not, life is full of mistakes. Whether you're in church or not, whether you're in pulpit or not, life is full of mistakes. But we need to get ourselves up. We need to get ourselves up. We need to learn how to get ourselves back to God. Because unajua, hawa watu ambao wanajipata in these scenarios ni watu ambao by the way wanapenda God sana. People who love God so much. But they cannot tell how they got into it. That is where we are now. How do we get ourselves back to God? Because when we get ourselves back to God, unaona hii maswali ya relationship itakuwa sorted. Right? Yeah. Hizi maswali ambayo inakaa ni kama hatuelewi. The minute we know how to get back to God and align ourselves back, then hizi issues ambazo zinakaa ni kama ziko ambiguous and all those kind of things, then they'll be sorted. Haya, nilikuwa na swali. Hiyo itakuja maybe hata baadaye. Wacha tuiachie hapo. The reason why nilileta swali ya believers and unbelievers, my question is especially to the ladies. You have been approached by a guy who is not a church goer. Okay? He does not recognize the issues of the church. But wewe ukiangalia quality zake, unaona ni better hata kuliko wale wako church. And you know very well this guy even drink. Analewa. That is the reason why I was bringing this question, because in happen. And by the way, hata wasichana wala wako hapa, tukiwa tu honest, kuna wasee wengi ambao si wa church na wanatu approach. And if they are not approaching, we are dating them.
They are very promising.
I want us now to approach that, tuangalie hiyo issue namna in that sense. Eh? Na ndipo unapata msichana amevani shua na hata wao yasema alienda wapi. Kumbe amekuwa kidate mtu ambaye si wa church.
The reason is why I'll choose to date someone who is not going to church.
Yes.
Because he's not a hypocrite. He's not hiding who he is. And like the man in church, he'll rather lie to me who he is. He's a tunaitangaje amevalia ngozi ya kondoo. He's a hypocrite.
Yes.
This man kikana ya chini, talking of ideas or situations or circumstances that are going through, he's not open. He's not himself.
Yes.
He's someone else. And when you get married to such a person, ukifika kwa nyumba, unapata ni mtu tofauti. And that's why you get married. The squeeze, most tukiolona vijana wa church as the last. Tunatoka, tunaenda. But if for a attitude, true, you see, because I have seen my fellow youths wamefanya hivyo.
Yes.
It's not because tunataka, but nitatoka hapo nje nipatane na boy. Boy is in church. I'm honest. I go straight to the point. I want this with you. I want to marry you. I want to do this. Even though I won't do a church wedding, I'll do a traditional thing. I'll come to your place. Your parents will know me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And he's very honest to you.
And not even asking for sex.
Wacha tufika hapo. Wacha kuambie Pastor Simon. Unaona boy wa church. Watu wa church. Guys.
Oh God. Yes.
Na mefuto.
Okay.
You see, this man will take you and marry you. And angalia vizuri.
Yes.
Do you have statistics very well? A lot of ladies who have been brought out of church and got married to men who are not saved, their marriages are working. And like women who have been married at the altar. Why is this happening? There's a problem with our boy child somewhere. Because I can't get married to someone who is not saved when I need someone who is saved. Naanza kuget tempered.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, sis. Let us hear Anne. Anne want to add something.
Should I confess something?
Intermingle.
Okay, one of the guys when Anikatia is just what you've described.
Yes.
Okay, he goes to church in a PCA,
Okay.
but he drinks.
Okay.
He drinks.
Mzuri.
And he's okay. I've met a lot of people, like okay, I work in church, so I've
Yes.
met a lot of men
Yes.
who are church goers. Some of them maybe in ministry, deep
Yes.
in ministry, but ukifuatilia deeply unapata ana struggle na so many things. Okay, ile hajakwambia but ile investigation yako ama ukifuatilia life yake outside there
Yes.
is so as this, or let me say, these other guys know how to treat you or to treat the ladies how you want them to, like how you want us to be treated.
Expectation.
Not expectation, but
Beyond.
like huyu mtu atakurespect,
Yes.
like atakuwa very honest with you. Like for me, I love honesty. I love kuja uniambie venye kuko. As ugly as it can be, come
Yes.
and tell me.
Yes.
But these churchmen, wengi, okay, kuna wenye tunaambiwa tukiwa teens, kuna wanaume wanakujanga church si ati ujua wameokoka, wanakuja kutafuta mabibi juu aliambiwa kanisani kuna wasichana nini wazuri na warembo. So after amesema tu after get into marriage una realize hey, umse na struggle na addiction, sijui gani, sijui pornography, sijui drug, hata ni drunkard pia. So abstain drunk alcohol for almost a year just to get to you.
Yes.
So I know, see, it's true what he said. There are these men who are not born again,
Yes.
but they are every girl's dream, if only when you quite a church.
Wow.
Just that hawajaokoka. Then hiyo tu ninafanya kuwe tu no. But they are every girl. For the men, okay, wanasemanga men in church are not romantic, which I don't agree. I've met men who are born again who are romantic. But kunole, okay, I don't know. As in kuna wanaume wameokoka and they're still romantic. People say, okay, I've been in college, wanasemanga my classmates wenye tulikuwa tunasoma na wao walikuwa wanasema watu wajokoka tuko boring.
Watu wameokoka mahali.
When you tumeokoka
Yes.
tuko boring. Now for my friends who are not born again, I have in our class kuna all kind of people. So when you wajokoka wanasema sisi wenye tumeokoka we are so boring. Atujui ku show love to the other person. So sijui ku show love for the other person, you can kiss someone, hold hands, I don't know.
Yes.
But the truth is kuna some truth to it. Okay, sijui definition yao kwao ni gani.
Umesikia?
So but there's some truth to it. Some guys
Yes.
wanapendanga kujifanya so holy. Na si ukifika kwa nyumba
Mambo inakuwa.
vitu zinabadilika.
Yeah.
So I agree to what she has said and also to your question. Yes, kuna men and they have everything apart from not being born again.
Hiyo tu ndo X.
Hiyo tu ndo X.
Hiyo
Like inafanya kuambia unafunga tu macho unaambia Mungu aki. Ni tu juu nimeokoka. Ningesema yes to this guy because he's so honest, he does hard working. Unajua, sorry to say kuna wanaume hujificha kanisani, I'm serving. They're not outside there looking for work. Hakuna siku, yes, it's okay serving God. But unless you're being called to serve full time, come out and work. Look for work. Kuna mtu atafanya, I've seen them in school. Mtu ashinda CU hall, chapel. Anacheza tu drums. Hatoki nje kutafuta attachment. Anasema itamkujia hapo. So for me, ni ukombo, So, yeah.
All right.